Hi everyone, welcome. Today we are going to unbox a new set of tarot cards that I purchased. They're called Cosmic Tarot. Oh my god, I don't know if I can pronounce the name. Norbert Loschk. Sounds a little German. So anyways, I just purchased these. I have shuffled them because I wanted to, acclimate them to my area. But we're going to do a reading with them, and we're going to see how they read. So, as purchasing wise, I paid $32, I believe. They're brand new. I usually only buy brand new unless, I will gift cards to someone, and I feel that's fine. But I don't like to buy them used off of, like, let's say eBay or Etsy or something like that. Okay, so my first opinion was they were not worth the money, based on the card stock and based on, for me it doesn't matter. I very seldom read these books anyways, but if you're someone new in tarot, there is very limited information on the cards. Like the four of, I'm not sure which one this is, a young man beside a lotus flower pond. So, I'm not impressed by the book for those who are just starting. Yeah. If I compare it to these cards, Tarot Illuminati, this is, this is an amazing book, and I just love it. And I have to say, I probably paid less for these. Okay, so that's my initial thought on the cards. It doesn't mean they won't read great. We'll see. But again, so we are looking at the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert Loschk. I'm sure I am butchering his name, and I apologize for that. Okay. So we're going to give him some shuffles. This is going to be a general read. I would like to see what's up with the energy, because I have to say, last couple days have been tough. I don't know. But I've been noticing, like, my palms have been bright red and so itchy. And then the bottom of my feet, now I might be getting a rash, but I don't see a rash. And I don't know why I'd be getting a rash, but itchy. Feels like my body is trying to purge something that maybe I just don't realize yet. We'll see. Okay, one more shuffle. And like I said, I have pre-shuffled, said my blessings over them, whole 9 yards, but I have not done a reading with them, so. They are the same size as a playing deck, a deck of cards. Okay, let's see. First, I would like to open our reading with the Chinese singing bowl, especially with the cards. So we're just going to do one tone. But you definitely want to breathe this in and exhale any negativity. You know, this is just so we can go with the flow and be nice and relaxed. So we're going to do one. Ready? I definitely felt that in my heart chakra. Okay. I have my deck upside down. Okay. Okay, Cosmic Tarot, tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on. Your first reading. I have the Three of Cups. I have the Prince of Wands. They're a little flimsy, I have to tell you. This deck won't last long. Not the way I use them. So the Three of Cups and the Prince of Wands. You know, I have two people in the Three of Cups. And they have this Prince of Wands. This Prince of Wands seems to be looking away. You know, just looking at the card, first thing I see is, does it kind of look like this Prince of Wands is, I don't know, wondering or has seen maybe their girlfriend in a relationship with another woman. Because it's almost like he doesn't want to see what is in front of him. I have the Seven of Pentacles. I have the Two of Swords. Let's get our cards out and then we'll go over them. I have the Five of Swords. Yeah, I don't feel like we're getting a very happy reading. There's something with this prince. Something that he... Okay, that's too many. Something he must have witnessed. Because it feels like it has him down and out. Prince of Wands can be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. You know, I'm noticing the lion with him makes me feel more Leo. Doesn't have to be, though. It doesn't even have to be a male. But he is seeing something that he, it's like he doesn't want to face it. And I have to say, I do feel like, he caught or saw his girlfriend And I'm saying girlfriend because he's not showing up as a king. Doesn't mean, can't be married, but it just feels like that to me. Like, we're not married here. But it is like he somehow walked in, could have even heard with the swords that we have here that his girlfriend's involved with another woman. And I feel like the woman within this is conflicted. Because I do feel that she loves this man, but I also feel like she loves the woman. And it's like she is trying to make this decision. And I feel like the Prince of Wands already knows what's coming down. I don't know. The Queen of Swords. Okay. Man. First of all, I want to say all swords on the bottom. So we have the Queen of Swords marrying the Two of Swords. I should let you see the cards, right? And I absolutely feel like she is making a decision of whether to go with this other woman or her boyfriend. Now, I do feel like they are boyfriend and girlfriend because it's affecting him. So there must be love there. As a matter of fact, when I look at the Five of Swords, I'm just looking at the well, it seems to take him out in this card. Normally someone's walking away at this point, but seems to, I don't know, it's like this prince is feeling very wounded, very hurt, very unsure. If this is your situation, and because maybe the female here doesn't even realize that her boyfriend has picked up on this energy. And then there's the Queen of Swords mirroring the Two of Swords. She's prepared to cut someone out. So she is planning on going with her heart. And she knows someone's going to get hurt. She knows that. And that was not her plan. That is not what she wanted. Unfortunately, it's just the way it worked out. Maybe she didn't even know that she had interest in other women. But nonetheless, it happens. I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles. Usually within the Seven of Pentacles, there's a lot of abundance around it. There's a lot of feeling grounded, right? Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It is about our seeds of intention that we plant whenever we planted them, and being patient for harvest time. But here it looks very, well, I'll tell you, it feels like someone is planting their seeds of intention, but doing it out of feeling hopeless, unsure, losing belief. And it really is the Prince of Wands who is looking back at the Seven of Swords. This is what he's focusing on versus the girlfriend. And I feel the reason why at this point is because, again, he saw something. Shocked him. You know, if you're the female here, it's like you may even be a little shocked, you know, because I really feel within this Two of Swords a sort of innocence. You know, I didn't know. I didn't realize. You know, truly, like, I just didn't know. But, you know, and that is fine, right? Because this is her truth. And she has every right to live within her truth. You know, it's like her and this male in the rear view mirror. So, I don't know. I'm sorry if you're the Prince of Wands, but I definitely feel like she is choosing to be with a female. So I'm going to use these as clarifiers too. Alright. So let's go ahead and let's look at this Three of Cups a little deeper. Quite a story. You know, unfortunately, everything is tied to the male. Looks like it's barren. Like, its day has come and gone. There is, you know, there just doesn't seem to be the emotion there anymore. Everything looks dry. I don't know how to say it. Ten of Swords. Okay, so I'm looking at the Three of Cups and the Ten of Swords. Let's take one more. It's quite graphic. I'll show you. Certainly looks like, you know, what caused the Ten of Swords? Look at this, Six of Cups. So, I definitely have a feeling this person is someone from your past. You know, look at this Ten of Swords. This is showing us what has caused this Ten of Swords. Definitely feels like communication, right? The way we speak to each other. It's almost like it's becoming hateful. It feels like a card of karma right now. Like, whatever I speak is what I get back. So if I am speaking, if I'm being cruel, well, that's what I'm going to get back at this point. So I feel like this Prince of Wands and the female, we have the Queen of Swords. So, you know, this could be an air, could be air sign, but I don't know that that really matters at this point. But it does feel like they have definitely had their battles, right? Through communication and the way that they speak to each other. So this came out first, and then we have the Six of Cups. Look how her head is turned. He's kissing her in the cheek, but look at her. Just look at her face. She doesn't look interested. She just doesn't look interested anymore. Maybe the Prince of Wands is not realizing, feeling this energy, right? Because, you know, he's just kissing her in the cheek, but clearly it's not doing anything for her. This is what she's thinking about. Okay. Let's look at the Prince of Wands. I don't think I ever showed you. Okay, tell me more about the Prince of Wands. I have the Four of Cups. You know, that can be discontentment in one's life. You know, all four cups are in front of him. He sits within a beautiful place. You know, I don't see him really wanting for anything financially. But emotionally, he's drained. But did he not see something? We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Wands. You know, Four of Wands is, to me, the marriage card. I find it kind of ironic that she's by herself. But she is showing great balance here. Great balance within this Four of Wands. So, there's clarity. But we have this Prince of Wands with this Two of Pentacles. So, Two of Pentacles is about needing to make a decision. Usually it's that feeling of having to juggle, right? I mean, he's even wearing it. The Two of Pentacles on his shirt. There's a little tiny bird down here. And that's what he's focusing on. Making a decision. No wonder the female's by herself. Because I don't feel like we've gotten to this part. But I do feel like perhaps this Prince of Wands at least thought that the two of you would marry, would be together. This prince is really thrown for a loop. And I still feel like he is going to propose. If not propose, he is going to ask you to recommit. Recommit to him. Matter of fact, they're looking right at each other. It's like, and here she's feeling in perfect balance. I want to take one more because I kind of feel like let's do it. Let's get the answer here. I have the High Priestess. I have the Hangman. I have the Ace of Wands. And I have the King of Pentacles. You know, the King of Pentacles is the seer. And he is mirrored by the High Priestess, which invites us to go inward, to really see outward. I forgot what we were looking at. All right, well, I mean, all I can say here is this person still going to ask for a commitment? Just let me put it a different way. I don't mean it as like a commitment to tie you down. I mean, do they still have love for you and want to be in this relationship? And I have to tell you, I am picking up very clearly that my hands are so itchy. I'm picking up very clearly that this is a third-party situation, but it is definitely a female with a female who is already in a relationship with a male. Again, I feel it's kind of innocent, you know, I know, but it is. Like, I feel like if you're the female, this may have been the first time you've ever been with a female, and I don't know, I just feel like you're developing feelings. But it doesn't mean you don't still have feelings for the male, because you do. But it does kind of feel like being pushed, being pushed beyond what I can handle. This is a female. And, you know, if this is an air sign, if you're the male and you're dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, your words, I mean, they take them on. They take your words on, and you need to know this. Especially if you're the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles can be the worst with communication. Can tie you up in knots. Look at this Queen of Swords, and her sword is heading right to this King of Pentacles. I'm sorry, let me bring that down. So her eye is on the male. As in, if someone's going to go here, it's going to be the male. It's like I have two different perceptions here. Perspectives. It's like the man wanting to keep the woman, yet a lot of hurtful things have been said. But for some reason, the male is not picking up on that as much as the female. So these words did not penetrate the male like it did the female. And, you know, men, you guys need to know that, you know, women are emotional creatures. We are. It's just how we're made, right? We're nurturing. We have children. You know, we give birth. I mean, we are the Empress. And it is like, if you don't realize that, you'll have a hard time keeping a good woman. It's the only way I can say that. I don't know how else to say it. I'm not bashing men at all, but I can see it here. The King of Pentacles with the High Priestess, maybe this is exactly what you need to look at. Like, you need to, especially the Hangman, you need to go within and take some time and figure out yourself. And I do think you do that because you come out with the Ace of Wands. So you come out with this newfound passion, newfound ability to push through. So you're not giving up on her. Even though for a moment it took you out. You may not have walked in on her, but you may have certainly heard with all these swords. Or you may be feeling that there may be another woman involved. And I do think there is. Okay. So, you know, we have the King of Pentacles, which would be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. The Prince of Pentacles, again, Aries, Leo, Sag. That seems to be what's coming up with the men, even though I do have water energy here too. So let's just forget the title. Okay, let's look at the Seven Pentacles. Let's see why everything is so dark. I have the King of Swords. And I have the Four of Pentacles. So, number one, who is this King of Swords? Because I feel within this Four of Pentacles that someone is at a doctor's office. Someone is given news. Possibly of a health condition. Now, I have to say, it could be pregnancy also. Wow, I mean, what a twist, right? Because this news that I'm feeling from the doctor, it doesn't feel, it doesn't feel like I'm being told I have something and, get my things in order, that kind of thing. But it's somehow the Queen of Wands. What the hell is going on here? I wonder if this is someone's mother. Yeah, because I have the Prince of Wands, now I have the Queen of Wands, where I feel like they're sitting at a doctor's office, receiving news, and then the Queen of Wands is coming up. Alright, let's ask. Tell me more. I need to know more about this situation right in front of me. Situation right in front of me, please. I'm not crazy how the cards shuffle. Look at this, the Queen of Pentacles. Holy people. So now we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we just had the King of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands, where we have the Prince of Wands. We have the King of Swords, where we have the Queen of Swords. So we have matching couples. We have three different type of partnerships here. I mean, could this be the two women? and still hearing news of, I don't know, again, I feel like a possible pregnancy. Whoa, that card went flying. 1 second. We have the Strength card. Card of Leo. Courage. I feel like Strength is coming out at this moment to ask these two women to have the courage to be honest with this prince or whatever situation you're in. I feel like someone's going to find out they're pregnant. I definitely feel like I'm at the doctor's and being told to sit down. Right? News being delivered to me. Asking me to have courage. And let's not forget, we're clarifying the 7 of Pentacles. Seeds of intention. Already planted. Wow. Well, hello. It's like the seed is the baby. And coming out with Strength. Number 8. I don't know. It just feels meant to be. Like this baby is meant to be. Boy, I'm getting very specific messages, I have to say. Alright, I'm going to look more at just the 4 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. Wow. So, I don't know if it's my eyes, but I feel like here they are kissing, but it seems like there's a female face down here. But she is kissing him. Do you guys see that? It's like someone with blonde hair, right? Still on her mind. She ends up kissing him. So I'm wondering if news of this pregnancy ends up keeping the two of you together. Yet here this woman is still thinking about another woman. However, she's definitely feeling blessed here. Maybe she wants to raise this baby traditionally. You know what I mean? I don't know if I should have said that because, you know, it's more about I feel like the female here is willing to bury the part of her that does long for other women. You know, and I don't know if it's just other women or one woman. I almost feel like this is a card of Gemini, like a dual, duality. There's something within there. But I don't know. I just feel like whatever this news is, you receive at the doctor's. You're going to be celebrating it. It brings joy back to you and to him, to both of you. I know, like, I don't know if I'm talking to the male or female. And maybe that's why we have so many different couples. Okay, well, let's keep going. Very interesting. Let's look at this. I kind of want to look at the Five of Swords, because this is another area where, well, this is what seems to have taken the prince down. Doesn't have to mean forever, right? Just at this point, it's something shocking to him. Of course, this could be the other way around, but it does feel shocking. Right, the Princess of Swords. Wow. All these swords are crazy. And yes, I shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. So I know it feels very much like an air sign with the princess and the queen here. So showing me this princess is the cause of why this man feels. Okay, let me say something. What I just feel is, so this man feels scorned, feels cheated, feels like unbelievable, like, this is the last thing I expect. So it takes him down. Yet now the Princess of Swords is showing up almost to say, don't be looking for pity. Don't be looking for pity. You won't get it from the Princess of Swords. We want to remember, this is the beginning. This is what we got in the beginning. This is why a lot of this is even going down. I mean, it just feels like very little respect. Now, she's an owl with her, so, she's not doing this nitty gritty. I mean, an owl is about wisdom. And I love how the queen has a dove. Okay. I'm going to take one more on that. The King of Wands. So she wants you to take action towards her. Even though, listen, I feel the female is torn. The male is torn at this point. The Princess of Swords is saying to the male, even though you're feeling down and out, you're feeling the wrath of the swords. There's only 5 swords there, so it tells me she felt those other 5 swords, right? So There's no pity coming from her because she's seeing things just for what they are. Right? She felt those swords. You felt those swords, the male. And it's like she's saying, if you want to continue with me, you need to show up as the King of Wands. You need to show up with passion. You need to show me how much you care. This is exactly what the King of Wands would do. It's in his actions. So he's the opposite of the King of Swords. King of Swords can talk about, King of Wands is going to do it. Beautiful pinks around him. I like that. You know, not just passion, but also love. So it does feel like you're being, you know, whether the female is saying this out loud or the male just needs to figure this out if he wants to continue. Remember, this is two people's choice. All right, I had a card fall. I had the Ten of Pentacles, but I'll be honest, it did fall in reverse. So I feel like I have to leave it that way. So, you know, a happy home, a well-to-do home, and by the way, I felt like this prince had a pretty good life, material-wise, but, you know, that's fun for only so long when you're by yourself, right? Okay, so we got the Ten of Pentacles, which is in reverse. And it makes sense it would be in reverse because right now, there is not this harmony. The harmony hasn't been found yet. This is a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, card of Virgo, the Seven of Wands. So the Hermit wants us to look at, well, number one, the way we fight. The Hermit wants someone to look at, and it is Wands, so I'm wondering if it's the Prince, that they may have been, listen, what it's showing me, for this new beginning to take place, if this is what this couple decide, and for some of you, you are going to hear that you're pregnant. The Hermit wants you to look at the way the two of you fight. It has to change for this to really turn this Ten of Pentacles around. Six of Pentacles wants balance. Balance needs to come in this relationship. The give and take, which now is right under the Ten of Pentacles. The give and take. So one is giving more than the other. Period. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. One is giving more than the other. And somebody needs to look at that with the Hermit. I'm relating it to the male because it is Wands, and we have the Prince of Wands up here. Plus we have the King of Wands. Because there is great potential. But there is, like, no balance. You know, this is what happens when we get too much in our ego. We're going to have the Moon, card of Pisces, could be Cancer. or it could just be illusions. Feeling like I don't know the truth. The Lovers. Under the Hermit. Wow. And the Eight of Cups. Look at that man. Wow. He is missing someone. He is in an emotional state. Let's put it this way. He's no longer in sword energy. He is now in water. Emotions. And I do feel that what this is talking about, especially with the Lovers right next to it, and the Hermit really wanting us to look this over, because we have the potential of the Ten of Pentacles. But there's things we need to turn around. We need to get back to being us. Each time we get a card of love, they're coming closer and closer. Because remember, at first, the woman just had only offered her cheek. But as we go along, they're starting to see each other face to face, eye to eye, soul to soul. And that is what is required here. This is a soul journey. Coming under the Seven of Wands is this Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups normally is a card of desire. It is a card of desire. But it is about leaving a situation or wanting to leave a situation. Well, number one, it's so emotional. But it feels like this man right now is in reflection. He's in reflection over this woman that he loves. You know, the Moon card here, it just feels to him like he just doesn't know all the truth. Like he still doesn't feel like he knows everything. But at this point, even though we can clearly see the sadness and the confusion and the wondering, he's probably saying, what if I'd done this? What if I did that? What if I didn't do that? The 8 here, I feel like we're taking on, we're looking at our emotional life. And by doing that, it does put this desire back into him. He's got this boat right here. He's got a way to get out of here, to get out of this state, if he so chooses. Yet at the same time, I feel like the Hermit wants this reflection to be deep, to be life-changing. It is seeing what I give and what I expect. Do they match? I don't think they did. But yet, such great potential. Okay. I know, I'm clarifying cards, and then they just start telling their own story. So, we're just going with it. Let's pick these up. Alright, I want to look at the Queen. Queen of Swords. You know, she's got this beautiful dove right beside her. Everything is in harmony around her. You know, that's what she's looking for. She's looking for harmony. She's looking for truth. She's looking for things to be orderly. And what the heck is going on with the deck? Hang on one second. That's weird. That popped out. Okay. The Magician. I had Justice. Boy, so similar, right? I have the Five of Pentacles. And I have the Eight of Pentacles. We're looking at the Queen of Swords. I forgot what I was looking at. So we have the Magician here. You know, using the energy, seeing from within, knowing. I feel like what it's telling me is this queen, whoever she is, the female. Let's say the main female in our story here. She is coming to a place of clarity. As above, so below. So it feels like she's receiving true clarity about love. Just noticing how the cup is standing up. Of course it's going to be standing up, but it's standing out to me. And look at Justice. It's like Justice is looking at the male and the female. You know, she's Swords, Libra. So she's calling for balance. You know, the relationship's not going to work unless there is balance found. Look at that. Look for the male and female. Like the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So, you know, here we have the card of working hard towards something. Working hard towards something that will only benefit us in the long run. You know, it is like she's receiving epiphanies. And, you know, the Eight of Pentacles is about working hard, building things up, right? Going in as the apprentice. But look at this rose. You know, it's like the pentacles around the rose. This is, I feel like, talking about your relationship. Some of you may be working hard to better your own lives. I just have to say, this female is not going to be moved easily because I definitely feel like this female has a spiritual understanding of things now. A much clearer picture of it. That is good for the male, but that can also be bad if the male's energy is not catching up to this. Part of what that Ten of Swords could have been about is, you know, the way we look at things is so differently. But it doesn't have to be. That is the ego. Because it's really showing me there's more of a harmony if we just allow it to be. If we continue to work on not just ourselves, our relationship. This is where we're going to find the balance. It all starts within us, though. We have to take on our higher selves, or we will never get to that place of enjoying what true love is. You know, it's like the Queen is saying, I'm not going to run away from this. But at the same time, we need to start understanding each other. How does she know this? Well, I feel like she's receiving epiphanies. I feel like her higher self has, you know, maybe even with the energy shift, it's like she's vibrating out of her higher self now. So she's able to see, definitely see. I mean, look at that. Definitely see what needs to happen. And that is, we need to put work in this. Because, you know, with the Five of Pentacles here, it's a very, what's the word, lackluster energy. It's the energy of, I feel, feeling like I'm in, well, like you're in the Ten of Pentacles. But now I'm in the Five. So someone ready to leave the home if things are not worked out from our higher selves. You know, this is probably why the male started as a prince, but then the king did show up. So this woman, you know, if it's you, it's like, yes, you had this experience. And, you know, part of it is you just weren't feeling anything emotional from your prince anymore. And by the way, you know, I don't think he was so much either. So I do feel like you've experimented. Okay, let's do final clarification. Final clarification. Tell us how this works out in the end, if you can. I have the Ten of Cups. At the Tower. Oh, it's like either or. Either or. I have the Prince of Swords. And I have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Right off the bat, what I feel like this is saying to me is I can learn how to work within this partnership. Right? This, you know, Three of Pentacles is about coming together. You know, a team. Being as a team instead of separate. So this is how we bring it together. We both have to work on it. We both have to watch our mouths. Truly, what we say to each other. How we portray our energy. Because it feels like a choice to me. We're either going to go this direction or we're going to do this. We're going to come together as a team and create this Ten of Cups once and for all. I'm not surprised the Ten of Cups came because I do feel like for a few of you, you know, you're starting a family or you're having another child. So what I want to do is take a card on the Tower and the Prince of Swords, and I have the Princess of Cups. And I feel like the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups go together, so, because they're mirroring they're mirroring each other. Look at that, I have the Wheel of Fortune. Look at the Princess and the Prince. This is telling me that if this tower comes down, it affects you both. Okay, that doesn't have to be life-destroying, but it is hard. If we don't think about how we are in this relationship, the tower is coming down. However, if we come together as a team, if we know each other's worth, if we know, if we treat each other like the Empress and the Emperor, then we have this Ten of Cups. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And when you get the Wheel of Fortune, especially with the Ten of Cups, what a beautiful time of destiny. Potential, potential, potential. This looks like so many relationships I know, and I've been in them too. I've got to start thinking about how I am, how I speak, how I portray myself to the person that I must, within this Ten of Cups, I must truly, truly love. Even if we've gone through these difficult times, this is saying that you can get through this, but you need to come together, period. There's no other answer. You need to come together. You need to work together. I feel like the female is enlightened, understanding this, and the male feels like he's coming around to it. Almost like the Hermit is, or let's say the universe, putting him in this reflective state. So the tower doesn't come down. And if he didn't go through this reflective state, there's no way this relationship could continue on in harmony. That's for sure. So it's like the Wheel of Fortune is the universe. The tower is the universe, right? Giving you your choices, right? Free will. This is a free will choice. Do I want to look at it? Even here, look at that eye. It's almost like, look at it quickly. And I don't know. All I see is the king's crown coming down. Look like a King of Wands crown there. So someone's got to show more love. Show more attention. Probably both of you. But someone, listen, I hate to put it on the male. I really do. But here, I feel like it is up to the male right now. Because the female has clarity. And she's moving ahead. Right? Because she's real clarity. With Justice and the Magician showing up on her. She's real clarity. She knows this tower will come down. It's almost like she sits in between them. With the Five of Swords there. And I kind of feel like I'm picking on the male, but I feel like if the male here doesn't recognize this, You will lose this woman. Couldn't this be the other way around? Absolutely. I'm just reading the cards. I don't know if I should even take anymore because, at this point, it feels like it is two people's choice of which direction we want to go here. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. We'll give it 3 shuffles. 1. The Empress. Beautiful. The Empress, strong, loving, nurturing, creative. Doesn't sit around. Knows what she wants. I feel the Empress as a businesswoman and a mother. I can bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan. So she's sitting in real confidence here. And by the way, I don't know, didn't I say something about her wanting to be, she wants to feel like this Empress in your life. And I feel for the males, if you can see this, man, how lucky you end up being. 8 of Wands. Huh. Look at him, like, what do they call that? Like hurdle jumping. But he's heading right to this Empress. So I just feel like the male in this scenario is going to be, is wakening up, has gone into hermit mode, or will be. And by the way, you got to let them. If you know they're in reflection, let them be. Right? Just let them be. Because Spirit's working with them at that point. But I love how this is just coming back together. And here she is, the Empress. It's all she asked for in the beginning. And yes, can be completely the other way around, can be male. But this is what I'm getting. I just have to say, I'm just looking at the background up here, and it almost reminds me of the Tower. So it's like he's rushing to you before that tower can come down. At the 10 of Wands. He just flipped over. See anything else flipped? Nope. So, I think we're going to leave it on this because 10 of Wands is the perfect card to finish this reading. This is about the burdens of the past. And everything that we all feel like we're carrying on our shoulders. It doesn't matter whether you are male or female, who you are in this situation. It's funny how we all feel like we're carrying the burdens, right? But this is about it ending, letting it go. This 10 of Wands coming to an end. Something within this, though, needed to happen. Well, I know what it is. It's clarity. It's so I can see the person right in front of me. When I say me, I mean you. Us. Everyone. Because remember, the 10, it's due to end. It's ready to end. So, will you accept the challenge or not? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. Quite the interesting story. I'm really looking forward to your comments. I want to see whose energy I picked up on. So, as showing me energy, I like the cards. For storytelling, they told the story beautifully, I think. Now, granted, some of that spirit. But as, you know, as a deck, at this point, I'm going to give them, let's see, 70 out of 100. And the only thing I don't really love about them is they just feel kind of cheap. And I didn't pay a cheap price for them. You know, I paid, like I said, $31.98, I think. You know, they could be more detailed. So I think for a beginner, I don't know that I'd recommend this for a beginner. Unless you intuitively read. But other than that, I'm going to say 70 out of 100 for the Cosmic Tarot. I see this AGM, I'm not sure what it is, but it kind of makes me feel like mass-produced. I know many of them are, but so I like them, but I am going to keep searching. And I think I'm going to leave it there. That is my recommendation. Please leave me your comments. Let me know who resonated with that, how close it was. You know, this definitely gives me a good feel of, you know, they're going to stay. The cards are definitely going to stay. But I want to see how they picked up the energy. So thank you guys. I love you so much. Let's go ahead and finish with a tone. Finish with a Chinese singing bowl. Take this throughout your day. Breathe it in. Exhale any negativity. Just replace it with unconditional love. Like I have for you. I'll see you soon.